Hey guys, today I'm going to be reading out of Jeremiah, so if you guys want to, you can just listen to me read it or you can read along with me. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as the prophet to the nations. It's a short verse, but it has a lot of meaning, and so we're going to go through what that verse means to us. What this verse is saying is that before we were even thought of to the world, before we were even born, before anybody knew us, God knew us, and He had a plan for our lives. He had a purpose for us to live out, and that's something crazy to think about, how God knows each and every single person in the world. Right here I have a jar of sand. There's a little bit of shells at the top, but this is a jar of sand. And if you look at this jar of sand, no one person can tell me how many grains of sand are in this jar. You can look at it and you can try and guess how many grains of sand are in here, but you're never going to know. Just like this jar of sand, how we don't know every single grain of sand in the jar, we don't know every person in the world, but God does. God can tell me how many grains of sand are in this jar, and He can tell me each and every person that is living in this world, and He knows them personally. That's something crazy to think about, how we may not think that we're that special, or we may not think that we're that unique, but we are, because before we were even born, God knew who we were, and God knew the plan He had for us. And that's something I want you guys to take away. You are unique and you are special, and no matter what, God has big plans for you. The next time you go to a beach, just think about this. Just think about how this jar of sand represents everybody in the world, and how we may not know the amount of people, but God does, and He knows each and every one of us.